So, as I mentioned before, developers were one of the more difficult ones to convince. What happened was they'd often heard of Agile presented as a silver bullet, but obviously Agile isn't that silver bullet, but it's a very, very nice framework, development framework for doing things. But it also took me a little bit to figure out what developers want to do. In my opinion, developers want to code. They thought of, when they heard about those daily meetings and using Scrum, as less time to code. They were thinking they were going to be drugged into a lot of meetings, be less productive, because they're just going to be talking all the time and not coding. They also want minimal process. When they think about, hey, we're going to put this entire development framework in, they're thinking in terms of waterfall, where there's this strict release schedule, there's these Gantt charts that they need to stick to, and there's very little flexibility along the way, where the process will get in the way of what they were trying to do, what they were trying to accomplish. But Agile doesn't do that. So it took some convincing of, this is what Agile will do for them. It will increase their time spent coding, because you're going to have more effective meetings. You're going to have a daily meeting that is stand-up. It's not going to turn into, and shouldn't turn into, something that's 30 minutes, an hour long, bringing in the kitchen sink. You need to keep those meetings focused so that people can go back to work, that you're not splitting up the day, that you're not, these impromptu meetings will kill productivity. We want a process that fosters coding. So Agile, this is what Agile will do. It will allow them to code more, because there's decision points along the way, or decisions that they've delayed until later. And we're going to automate manual tasks. So whenever whenever somebody needs a build or somebody needs an installer, instead of calling up one of the developers and saying, I need that build, which will often happen from QA or what have you, we're going to automate those tasks. We need to get the human element, get that developer out of doing something manual and have them coding. So we're going to have a continuous delivery program do that work for them. And one of the big things, reduce the time spent blocked. So oftentimes in a waterfall, you've got that Gantt chart, and that Gantt chart goes out to infinity. And if Johnny doesn't get what Dave needs done, then they're blocked. They've got that, there's those things that need to be done before each thing. And you'll keep on getting blocked in that sort of release schedule that's coming off a Gantt chart that's a waterfall method. But with Agile, we're going to change the way that those blockages happen. We'll be able to move on to another product. We would know sooner that somebody isn't getting something done that we need. So it's important to lay the groundwork when you're pitching Agile. And unfortunately, it's oftentimes a political battle. And that political battle is something that you can win. You just need to figure out what motivates that person in that role. You need to figure out, are they a middle management? Are they a developer? So that you don't want to pitch to the CEO and say, hey, we're going to put in continuous delivery, and that will help you in your role. That's not going to help the CEO in his role. That's something that you would tell the developer. For the CEO, you would say something very different. So you need to make sure that you're speaking in terms that they're interested in and things that they want to happen for their business. So speak in terms of their motivations. And you want to get as many buy-ins as possible. Now, it's not going to be possible to get, it may not be possible to get everybody's buy-in, but you want to get as many as possible. And it will be a lot easier that way. You'll have that support at all levels to get things done. So, for more information, you can go to my website and blog at www.jesse-anderson.com, or you can email me at jesse@jesse-anderson.com.